All right, ICAST 2025. We're going to kick it off with the best topwater at the show, ICAST 2025. And we're starting Buckeye booth with the man, Gerald Swindle, the new Buckeye Bubbler blade.
The Buckeye Bubbler.
Man, that thing is cool looking.
I'm telling you, man, whether you're out on a grass lake like Guntersville or open water like St. Clair, or just in the tub at home wanting to have a good time, this is quite a little invention right here. It really does have a cool sound, and it gives the mimic between a spinnerbait and a topwater. And I'm telling you, have you ever seen anything like that?
No, I feel like you guys are probably playing around the garage a little bit too much and made something there.
I feel like there were some snowstorms and possibly an adult beverage involved.
Yeah. Hey, but every once in a while it hits.
You hit the lick like this, but I do think, you know, there's been baits kind of like this over the years, but sometimes during the shad spawn, this is going to be really attractive. You really do mimic the bait fish. You can take the skirt off, put a swim bait on. You can fish it either way, but it's going to be a great little topwater addition for everybody to have in the box.
Yeah, really cool bait from Buckeye. You can check him out right now. Gerald, thanks for taking the time.
Tackle Warehouse is where you're going to get them.
Yeah, he knows where to get them. We've seen his orders.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't be telling my wife how much I spent over there.
You're about to be in trouble.
Oh, she's asked me for what in the world did you spend $3,000 this month for? I said, Zakamatas.
Zakamata shads, jackhammers, got it all.
I got it all.
All right, we're going to move on to some more topwater.
Okay.
From Bill Lewis, we got the new Baby Bubbler. So, plopping style topwater bait, really cool, but in a tiny, tiny little size. So, going to be great for a few applications. One, going to be like your just pond topwater, anywhere you got like little fish or just small bass, small bait fish. But also there's certain times of year, especially like the fall, when you have really small bait fish and you need a little topwater, and that little tail not going to be as loud as like your full size whopper plopper. So going to be a little bit more subtle and just have a little bit more of a finesse bubble trail. Got nice hooks on it. Cool little topwater bait by Bill Lewis. Moved on over to the Frog Factory booth with Freddie Boom Boom Rabanus. Knows a thing or two about throwing a frog, and we've got a couple new hollow bodies. We'll save this one, but let's talk about this one first.
Yeah, so originally we've had the Boom Boom Frog with the Frog Factory. We brought that out. It had a like a Velcro patch of frog fur. Basically training wheels for your frog is what I like to call it. You know, made to fit, bass grab it, they couldn't blow it out.
Yeah.
Well, we've had a lot of requests to make more of a pro model, one that, that we can use in most competitions.
Okay.
And, just there's, whenever you come out with a new bait, people have recommendations and ideas.
You always want little tweaks to it.
Well, we put everything in consideration, put it all on the table. And in my opinion, we've designed the most ultimate frog there is. First thing you'll notice about this frog, obviously no frog fur. It's a really, really soft frog.
Which is exactly what you want.
Which is exactly what you want. And the other thing you want in a frog is you want to be able to take your finger and go across the back, because you're throwing a frog in mats, cover, grass, lily pads. You do not want to get hung up, because then you're going to ruin the environment that you're trying to fish, and you're going to miss opportunities. These hooks, which are BKK, which are very really high end, very strong, Superline style wire hooks, right?
Yeah.
Soft, they line up really nice and firm to the back. Increase your hookup, wide bite. We solved the problem of frogs taking on water. We added a little shrink wrap tubing, but what also that does, when you get a hook set, frog hooks want to separate a little bit. It holds them together, it keeps them firm.
Yeah.
It gets you a better
so you don't have
hookup.
to like tie with braid or something.
Yeah, some guys will tie braid. It does help with that as well. So we did that. We got a little drain in the back. We added some Mylar to the legs.
Yeah,
a little extra
so it's
flash.
just like a little bit attention to detail, but I mean, dudes customize those all the time.
And then the last thing, we rounded the eye tie. So really the one thing about the Boom Boom Frog is it had kind of an edged off round tie, so you had to make sure you cinched it up real tight, because if you don't tie a firm knot, a quick snap, you could break most braids. You don't have to worry about that with this frog, but it's still got that little internal weight to the nose. And when you have the weight on the bottom of this frog, it's going to sit like this, but when you walk it and you stop it, it'll actually give it a little teeter-totter effect.
Okay.
And it gives it an extra little hop when you kill it. And I've gotten so many big blow-ups just off that little technique alone.
Yeah.
So really, we've just created the
Ultimate Frog?
Ultimate Frog with
and
the new Sonic Boom.
This thing is, we got a sample of this, and I believe everyone in our office checked this out, and we're super intrigued by this bait right here.
So back to my roots, back to Tackle Warehouse roots, California. I grew up fishing the Delta, Clear Lake, and one of my biggest tricks in practice was a super spook with no hooks.
Yeah.
And it was because it was heavy. I could fire it all the way back into the reeds.
Yeah.
Work it through, get these huge explosions. Never could hook those fish. I got no hooks on it.
Yeah.
A frog couldn't do the job.
So you're just using that.
So I was using it to search it. Then I'd ease back into those reeds or wherever it was, and I'd start flipping around. So I felt like sometimes I catch those fish.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted this for 20 years. I wanted a bait that was heavy enough to missile through that kind of cover, to make long casts.
Yeah, I believe that bait's almost an ounce, right?
It weighs an ounce.
Yeah.
But we've got the acoustics of your favorite hard topwater bait.
Yeah.
And then the universal ability of throwing it anywhere. It's really soft. We got big 4/0. These are also BKK hooks. The hookup ratio is actually really good with this bait.
And it's a big 4/0 with like, it's like a Teflon coated.
Yeah,
hook.
it's got Teflon.
Really high quality hook.
Yep. And again, we did the shrink wrap on the back of the hook, so it does not take on water. The harness between the hooks and the eye tie is so strong, you'll never break it. So overall, I mean, this is the bait that guys are gonna so I'm fishing behind guys throwing regular frogs. I'm stirring up so much commotion.
That's full size topwater profile.
This is a full size.
I mean, they see frogs all day. They see the same, that size, 2 legs all day. That is a full size topwater bait coming through the water.
Exactly, and it walks so good with ease.
Yeah,
you can throw this thing, it sits chin up so you can climb it up over all the lily pads, all the moss mats.
It's kind of a cool hybrid style bait.
Oh gosh, even in duckweed. The explosions of duckweed, a lot of times they suck it under. And because it sits pretty good like that, I mean, a lot of those, they almost hook themselves.
They just get all hooked when they do that.
They do.
But that's cool. I know our pro, Jared Lidner, is super excited about that. I think he doesn't want a lot of us to talk about that one. He's trying to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
But really cool baits from Frog Factory. Make sure you go check them out. All right, at the Snag Proof booth, we're going to talk about best topwaters 2025 with Justin Hammer, Classic Champion. And here's a frog here who says his favorite frog of all time. Tell us about that one.
That's what, I mean, we were about to do it just on these 2 frogs, but then I was like, no, we can't do a topwater video without mentioning this. This is actually what I was catching on at the Sabine River this year. It's called the Pad Rambler, and it has, check this out. So it has little cuts behind the hooks. So whenever a fish bites it, it's able to compress all the way down and you're not getting all that plastic in the way. It's got like a keeled belly. So it's actually, I've been calling it like a little glider frog.
Yeah.
It goes like 6 to 8 inches side to side.
So it's not just moving like that.
Correct. You can walk it in place, but it's a super wide glide also. If you just do that slow twitching, thing's bad.
I don't think anyone knows about that. That one's been kind of flying under the radar this year.
Because I didn't want to tell anybody about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either if there was checks on the line. But that's cool with those indentions in there to really expose those hook points.
Exactly. So that was the biggest thing, was like the number one problem with frogs is trying to get that hook up. And then it's like, well, the plastic's in the way and it just can't get that good bite on it. So we just took the plastic out of the way.
Yeah, it solves that problem.
Yeah.
And so we got a couple other Snag-proof frogs. We got this Zoe Kick. I know that's, I remember throwing the Wobbletron when that came out, and then we got a new version of it.
Yeah, so we went through a few different models trying to get it dialed in right because, like you said, that Wobbletron was such a staple when they did away with it.
Yeah.
Everybody's been begging for it back, and we finally got it dialed in. That same old school body, super soft, I mean, just butter soft. But the legs, that was the key, was making the legs stiff enough, but like to get that right action, where like you were talking about a minute ago, Bobby Bear, pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, I didn't know he was even doing that, and I whenever I had that frog, I don't know how many fish I missed out on because I'm just winding it like an idiot.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not over there twitching it like he's doing pop, 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 2 pops, pops, boom, they bite it. Missed out on that whole deal.
Yeah.
That's why we're not as good as him.
Well, you're going to be seeing this a lot in that last tournament in Wisconsin, that Mississippi River. Yeah, we're going to catch some bass.
And then we got that one. He already said he's stealing this one, so we just took it out of the package 100%. So it's easier to get out of the show for.
Yeah. So this is like back on the zoo series. This is the prop one. This is going to be a Florida killer. Like, everybody knows the devil horse, throwing the devil horse down in Florida. Well, obviously it's got treble hooks. Now you're able to throw that same style bait, but weedless. I mean, just crush them.
Well, there's just a little bit of grass in Florida, so them treble hooks are a little bit of a problem sometimes.
Exactly. That's the most frustrating thing. So now you can throw it in the thickest stuff and still get that, and it actually stays clean. That prop doesn't get tangled up. That was like one of the biggest issues, was figuring out how to keep that prop clean to be able to come through that grass. So got it dialed in.
That's going to be exciting to see next spring when you guys head down to Florida and see what you guys do with that in that early pre-spawn stage when the devil horse bite is kind of going on. It's going to be fun to see. All right, that's going to wrap it up at Snag Group. We're going to keep moving on, check out some more Topwaters. Back over at the Imakatsu booth, Minori, and we're going to talk about this new Imakatsu MJ Popper. Dude, this is one of the coolest poppers I've seen in a long time. I mean, you usually don't get excited over a popper, but this one, pretty pumped about.
Yeah. So this is a jointed popper.
Mm-hmm.
You see it? It's a popper with a joint on it. And when you think of popper, you don't make joint, because if you do, you compromise, popping actions. So or if you have a joint, you can achieve both. But Imakatsu somehow figured out the way and did it. The problem of having joint bait popper like this, when you cast it, you lose distance because
it's not going to fly as good.
Correct.
Yeah.
But Imakatsu actually added a weight on the tail.
Okay.
You can feel that.
So there's a little weight inside there.
Correct. So when you cast it, bait goes like a bullet.
Okay, so
you don't fight.
It's almost like having where you would have a weight in like a weight transfer.
Correct.
Okay.
So you have a distance, you have the popping action, and you have the head shake.
Head shake, and then you get like a little tail action with that feather on there.
Yes.
And there's like one of the best paint jobs I've seen on a popper in a long time. And then you have the details on the feather on there. That is just one of the coolest looking poppers I've seen in a long time. And then really nice hoverboard and hooks on there as well.
Yeah. One other thing I want to mention, because you have the extra weight on the tail.
Yes.
Bait sits like this.
So it sits a little head up.
Correct. Which means you have a better hookup on the popper.
Oh, it's great.
That's even better, right?
Yeah, that's even better. So, new popper from Imakatsu. Can't wait till we get these into stock. Thank you very much for giving us the rundown on these, and we're just stoked to see those at Tackle Warehouse.
Yeah, this order has been received by Tackle, and bait is coming end of August.
End of August, you'll be able to get it. Over here at the Rapala booth with Kyle, we're going to talk about the new Claptail, one of the hottest baits at the show this year.
Absolutely,
100%. And I know this is Jacob Wheeler design, and I mean, this is an awesome new Topwater.
Yeah, and it really started with the concept of, what additional sound can you get in a Topwater? Like, close your eyes, throw this thing out there, and start winding it. What that sound that gives you those goosebumps, like they're gonna eat it.
Yeah.
And that's what it took. It took a lot of work, a lot of revisions, a lot of drilling things, obviously there's a lot of hardware attached to it. But,
I bet there's been some baits ruined in the making of this.
Yeah. A lot of stuff was broken for sure.
And so you're getting two-tone action.
Yep.
You got swiveling hook hanger up here in the front.
Swiveling hook hanger, really for making a plopper style bait better, right? One, let's take away leverage. Let's put a swivel in the front, keep it pinned a little better. The other thing, like this little belly fin right here, is actually a little off kilter.
Okay.
That helps it keep tracking true.
So it doesn't roll or roll on its side like that?
It's also heavier than, other baits out there, which keeps it lower in the water. That helps keel it too, so it tracks. And then obviously on the back end, stainless steel blade for the ploppy part.
Yeah, the hardware on that thing is cool. Yeah. And then also just going to add a little bit more flash too.
Exactly.
So just add, it's like a little spinnerbait blade or something up there, just spinning around and getting you some flash as well.
Yep.
And some really sweet colors. Check that thing out, like a ghost bluegill.
Yeah, we got Truegill, we got Okie Bone.
Yeah.
Night Aurora over here.
Yeah, it's just some phenomenal colors. Really cool. You guys kind of went a little extra mile on the colors this year.
Yeah,
as well.
100%.
So really cool bait design. We're super stoked to get this one in. I can't wait for this one, and especially Charlie off camera. He's the biggest plopper enthusiast at Tackle Warehouse. He's got every single one that has ever been made. So this is going to be in their arsenal for sure. But Kyle, thank you very much for taking the time to give us the rundown on this thing. Down at the Strike King booth, another plopper style bait, the new Clickin Chickin. Look at this thing. Big plopper style bait. What's unique about this one is they actually have a knocker magnet inside the tail. So every time that thing goes around, there's a knocking, like a ball bearing in there that makes a ton of noise. So not only you get the plopping noise, you're getting that two-tone, like hard knocking sound. So maybe a little bit different than some of the other ones we've seen today. So something instead of maybe higher pitch, now you get that deep, loud knocking sound. So we got it in a couple of sizes. So there's There's a couple sizes in this one. Then there's the Bitsy Chickin as well. And then Bitsy Chickin be like this little guy down here. So a couple sizes. The Bitsy one does not have the knocker in it, but the two bigger sizes have the knocker in them, so it makes a ton of noise. New plopper style baits. That's going to wrap up best topwaters of ICAST 2025. Thank you for watching. Check out all the coverage on all of our social platforms, YouTube, website, wherever you want to check it out. Go to the website, check out all these new baits. Thanks for tuning in.